Some days change your life loudly. With accidents. With news. With tears. And some days change you quietly. This is the story of one such day. A day when I met the same stranger again and again. A stranger who never looked the same. But somehow, always knew me. That morning felt strange. Not bad. Not good. Just heavy. I woke up before my alarm. The room was quiet, but my heart was loud. I sat on my bed and stared at the wall for a long time. There was a feeling I couldn't explain. Like I had forgotten something important. Something human. I checked my phone. No messages. No missed calls. Still, I felt watched by my own thoughts. I got ready slowly. Brushed my teeth. Tied my hair. Wore the same jacket I always wear when I don't want to be noticed. Before leaving, I looked in the mirror. For a second, I didn't recognize myself. I smiled. The reflection didn't smile back. The bus stop was crowded, as always. People stood close but felt far away. Everyone was busy. Everyone was tired. I sat on the bench and looked at my shoes. That's when I heard a voice. A soft, old voice. You still hate mornings. I looked up. An old man was sitting beside me. Grey hair. Wrinkled face. Kind eyes. I was sure I had never seen him before. I'm sorry, I said. He smiled like he knew me. You never liked mornings, he said again. Even when you were young. My heart skipped. I think you're mistaken, I replied. He laughed quietly. You always say that. The bus arrived. People stood up. The old man stood too. Before leaving, he said one last thing. Don't forget to eat today. You forget when you're thinking too much. Then he walked away. I stood frozen. How did he know that? I watched him disappear into the crowd. That was the first time I felt fear. Not the loud kind. The quiet kind. On the bus, I couldn't stop thinking. Who was he? A confused old man? A coincidence? I tried to forget it, but my chest felt tight. I pressed my fingers together and whispered to myself. It's nothing. But deep inside, something whispered back. Pay attention. At noon, I walked through a small park. Children were playing. Birds were singing. Life looked normal again. I relaxed a little. Then, bump. A little girl ran into me. I'm sorry, she said. She dropped her notebook. I bent down to pick it up. And froze. On the first page was a name. My name. Written in my handwriting. My breath stopped. This is yours? I asked. She nodded. You wrote it, she said. My hands started shaking. I don't know you, I whispered. She looked up at me with serious eyes. You said you'd never forget me. Tears burned my eyes. Who are you? I asked. She tilted her head. I'm the part you left behind, she said softly. Before I could say anything else, her mother called her. She took the notebook and ran away. I stood there, empty. A memory hit me. A younger me. Sitting alone. Writing stories to feel less lonely. I hadn't thought about that child in years. I left the park quickly. My heart was racing. I told myself, you're imagining things. But imagination doesn't hurt like this. I felt like the world was slowly opening a door. I had locked a long time ago. And I was scared of what was inside. Evening came. The sky turned orange and purple. I walked through a street filled with noise and lights. Then I heard a song. A song I knew. A song my mother used to sing. When I couldn't sleep. I stopped. A street musician was playing the guitar. His eyes met mine. He didn't stop playing. After the song ended, He said, "You used to fall asleep halfway through this." My throat tightened. "My mother sang that," I said. He nodded. "She had a beautiful voice." I couldn't breathe. "She's gone," I whispered. "I know," he replied. "You left before saying goodbye." That sentence broke something inside me. I had been at work that day. I thought there would be time. There wasn't. Tears fell before I could stop them. The musician looked at me gently. "You carry guilt like a shadow," he said. "But shadows exist only because there is light." When I looked up again, he was gone. Night wrapped the city in silence. I walked home slowly. Every step felt heavy. Near my building, someone stood under a streetlight. A young woman. My age, height. My face. She smiled. "Hello," she said. My voice disappeared. "Who are you?" I asked. She stepped closer. "I'm you," she said. "The version you didn't become." My heart pounded. "What do you mean?" I asked. "You stopped dreaming," she replied. "You chose safety over truth." I looked at her hands. They were shaking, like mine used to. "I was scared," I said. "I know," she answered. Tears filled my eyes. "I'm still scared," I whispered. She nodded. "But now you see us," she said. "All of us. The old man. The child. The musician. They were pieces of you," she said. "Waiting to be remembered." I reached out. She smiled sadly. "You don't have to meet me again," she said. "Just don't forget me." And she disappeared. Inside my room, I sat on the floor. I opened an old box. Photos. Drawings. Letters I never sent. Every face I met today was already there. I cried, not from pain, from recognition. That day didn't change my life loudly. No miracle. No magic. Just understanding. Maybe we don't move on from our past. Maybe we meet it again. Until we finally listen. And sometimes, the strangers we meet are just forgotten parts of ourselves. Asking to come home. If you met yourself today, would you recognize them?